Oh, me hit the HVAC Papi, guys. We here doing another job. It's another grind. It's another hustle. Today we're actually doing a conversion from a 2-zone to a 3-zone. Mi gente, this is a porqueria job. You ask me, it's a piece of shit job. Whoever did this many years ago, but we're here to fix it. So today we're actually going to build a new supply and return manifold, converting a 2-zone to a 3-zone system. Originally, this house came with a 1-zone. They added a second zone, which is for the basement, which you see right here, the zone valve. Now we're going to add another zone for the second floor. So how are we going to do that? We're going to get rid of these zone valves. First of all, I hate this shit. This looks like trash. So we don't need for that, especially we're in 2025. You have relays, but the good thing is we're not going to use zone valves. We're going to use circulator pumps. Why? The reason why I like to use circulator pumps instead of zone valves is that you have one pump if you have zone valves. So if the pump goes out, you have zero heat. At least if you have 3 circulator pumps, listen, in case if the heat goes out on the second floor, you still got heat in the first floor, you still got heat in the basement, and vice versa. So guys, to me, I think that's a lot better because you never know. Shit happens. Another thing, we're doing a supply and return line going to the second floor because actually we're cutting out the baseboards on in the second floor. Sorry, had a brain fart. We cut them and we're gonna reconnect them because that's part of the first floor loop. However, we have to put a new supply and return, which my guys are doing right now, and I'm gonna show you guys. So we bring in a new riser, supply, return, making one big loop, and we're coming right back down because we're gonna recycle the same original baseboards. So guys, this is what it takes. I'm a little under the gun. I have a lot of pressure on me because it's cold outside, it's heating season, and people need heat, and I gotta go. But guys, listen, watch, and learn. You have any questions? You know who to holla. The HVAC Papi. Wepa.
Hi, mi gente. How you doing? This is Theo from New York Boiler and Air Conditioner Repair. Hey, listen, I'm back. I was a little bit out for anyway. I'm doing this job for Louie. We are separating first floor from the basement, first floor, and the second floor. So the second floor and the first floor was together in one zone. Now the customer went to independent the second floor. Right now it's kind of we are behind the actually the house here. There's a hollow in there, so we actually disconnecting the old loop from the second floor, which is the first floor and the second floor was one together. But now we are discontinue the second floor from the first floor, so we can completely independent the second floor. So in this case, we have to reconnect it, all these pipes, which is we had to leave that loop connected no matter what. If we independent this the first floor and the second floor, we have to independent no matter what. So we are gonna run. I'm gonna show you really quick if he follow me with the camera. We're gonna show you how we are gonna come out with the packs and tomorrow. See what happened here. Have fun, you know. So it's a little bit hard to see it, but let me see if I can help you a little bit with the light. I don't know if you see those 2 white pipes coming here. So 2 picks coming up. Rick, I don't know if you see in the corner. You see the 2 white ones?
Yep, I see them.
All right. So those 2, that's the one who's coming all the way down from the boiler, all the way down to the second floor. So we're gonna do that. That's where we started doing the loop. This is come out the feet. It's gonna go that way, and it's gonna come back here. It's gonna go in, out, and follow me through the hallway there between the ceiling over here. Let's come out where I'm working right now with the. So the new piping of the PEC's gonna come out, connect the baseboard, going out, continue. We already pre-hole it, 2 holes where it's gonna come out the feet, and then the return's gonna go out all the way down, going back to the main room where we came from right now, going back, going back, going all the way down to the boiler room. And from that, we had to put insulation between it so it doesn't freeze, and just follow me all the way down so you see where it's working in the boiler. If you see it before we go down to the boiler, you see there's 2 pipings coming in. The fee and the return's gonna be here. We had to put insulation because it's get really brutal in the winter time. Just follow me, man. And then we hear, yeah, you can see Tony is here actually preparing already one, two, three zone, which is going to be first floor, second floor, basement. The pipe that you see over there coming all the way down from the base for the second floor is right here. So, and then we're going to put insulation here, and that's going to be connected in the feed. One of this, the feed is going to be in the other way designed for the return. And practically, that's about the idea. And then we have to connect the thermostat wire or other stuff. So just stay tuned, see what's going to happen. And when this is completely done, you will see the result. Wepa!
Okay, mi gente, it's the HVAC Papi again, man. Let me tell you, what a great start to the season. We've just been cranking, baby. Busy, busy, busy. Yeah, we're a little tired, but the job got to get done. So in this case, hey, just one of the many jobs that we have is that we had to build a three-zone manifold. What do I mean, guys? Originally, it was two zones. Well, I take that back. Originally, the house came just one zone. Then he hired somebody to add another zone. So he made it to two zones, just one zone in the basement. But guys, this is what I talk about. Take pride in your work. The guy did a sloppy job, a shitty job, left a mess. It looked like shit, to be honest with you. So look at the difference between the look before and look at the then picture. Look at the after pictures. Look at this. I mean, it's straight, it's leveled, three pumps, three circular pumps because he had zone valves. I'm not a big fan of zone valves. The reason for that is because if the pump goes out on the system that has a zone valves, there's no heat. At least you have three circulator pumps. So if one fails, you still got another two zones, right? So that's the reason why I like circulator pumps instead of zone valves. But I told him, listen, we're gonna put three circulator pumps. We have isolation valves, one on top, one on the bottom. So if we ever have to replace it, we don't have to go through this whole process of bleeding it because his first zone is a monoflow T system. And in case you didn't know, I don't want to get into that right now. It's a pain in the ass to bleed and take out the air. It's old. So, but he doesn't have that into the budget, but eventually he wants to change that. What else? We got our purge valves here. So it went from two, now it's three. Everything is straight and leveled, it's clean. Valves on the bottom to make sure we isolate the system so we can purge the system properly. Your expansion tank, we have a new pressure reducing valve. We have a valve here in case we have to change the expansion tank. I mean, it looks so much better, right? It's cleaner. I mean, look at the before and the after. The work speaks for itself. Another thing we did upstairs is that we had to run a zone upstairs, a supply and return. So notice that we have our piping here. Oh, another thing before I forget, we did our check valves. So these pumps didn't come with a internal flow check, so we had to install three new flow check valves. But guys, you got to think about the future because sure enough, if something were to happen, who's going to come back? I am. So look at the piping here. Listen, we have to work what we got, right? So we went up here. We had to measure and make sure you measure, measure, measure. Measure three times. I don't care. Measure, try, cut once. Why? Because there's a window there. There's also a chimney there. And we want to make sure it's within the actual walls that, you know what I mean, from the cavity, meaning from the bottom all the way to the top. That's not interrupting anything like electrical or any water pipes. Because notice there's a water pipe here. So we had to measure and make sure that we're going to go to and this floor joist right here, we're gonna go up, and it doesn't, damage anything or is in the middle of anything such as a pipe, heating pipe, or electrical. As far as the radiators, I'm sorry, the radiator and the baseboard, because it's both here in this house, not quite the way I wanted them, but we didn't install them. He didn't hire us for that. He hired us to install a third zone for the second floor. He hired us to make sure that all the piping is on the second floor. That, listen, even if we cannot put them inside the walls, that is nice and clean and tucked in, which is exactly what we did. Whoever installed these baseboards years ago, hey, I'm not here to point fingers. It is what it is. So it's maybe not the prettiest, if you ask me personally. However, we have to work what we've got and make it as pretty as, or make it prettier. That's just my opinion. You know what I mean? Everybody's entitled to their own opinion, but I think that it should look better, in my opinion. But we're here to do the best we can with what we got. So, but he has a new thermostat upstairs to have control of the heat on the second floor, so it doesn't interrupt or deal with anybody on. Oh, my wife is calling me. Oh, amor, you're gonna have to wait. So, guys, what I'm trying to say is you got to pay attention to detail and you work with what you got, because something doesn't fit in the budget. But he is happy. Why is he happy? Because his wife is happy. And why is the wife happy? Because now whoever's on the second floor, which is her kids, they have control of their own heat, which is exactly what she wanted, and it's fixed the proper way, the way it's supposed to, like a professional. So, mi gente, guess what? If you need heat, you have a problem with your boiler, you have a problem with any of your HVAC heating system boilers, it doesn't matter, because the HVAC Papi and the 18 gets it done. So listen, if you have a problem, who are you going to call? Call 516-377-5200, and that's for the HVAC Papi. That's right, mi gente. Smash that bell button. Leave a comment below. Love to hear from you. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe. Wepa!
Cuéntame sobre la insulación.
La insulación es súper importante, sobre todo en estas paredes que están expuestas más al frío, paredes exteriores. Es lo que, de la forma correcta que se tiene que hacer. Por eso les recomiendo siempre usar insulación en tuberías de PEX. Y eso. Vamos a darle.
¿Y la insulación se pone después de correr las tuberías? ¿No antes?
De la forma que usted se piense que se le haga la vida más fácil. En este caso el barrio dentro es un lugar muy espacio muy pequeño.
Sí.
Vamos a poner las flores solo.
¿Y ese plástico no tiene que quitárselo?
Sí, se lo quito después cuando esté puesta, porque si se lo quito ahora tiene glue y se va a quedar pegado cuando meta. Así, no va a poder correr así. Cuando ya esté puesta la insulación adentro, después voy por dentro y le quito.
Oh, and let's not forget, we installed a 3-zone Honeywell circulator pump relay. Mi gente, that's the way it's supposed to look. Listen, we have a relay. Before they had zone valves and a bunch of wire. It looked like spaghetti. It looks like shit. It looks like, it looks like mierda. So, another thing, I love that it looks nice and clean and level. So, guys, I don't know. What do you think? Let me know. Wepa.